Good day to all. Once again, this is your host, Daniel Pilarta, and we will be continuing with our study on the doctrine of sin. Nasa actual sin na yung ating subject matter ngayon, no? Yung second of its three-part classifications. So, ngayon ay part 11. Oh, sorry, part 12 actually, no? Nasa part 12 na pala tayo. So, mahaba pa ang ating lakbayin. And I hope you are doing well as you participate or as you view this particular study. You study with me in this particular endeavor. All for the glory of God. Lagi natin yan sinasabi. So, dogmatic part actually to reiterate from our previous lessons na ang ginagamit natin dito sa libro ni Petrus Van Maastricht yung kanyang dogmatic part alone, no? So, pero napaka-rich, napakayaman na, no? Ng kanyang ng katuruan nito, base sa Word of God, of course. So, on the dogmatic part, on the subject of the actual sin, i-define na dito ni Maastricht unti-unti as we progress with our study, yung definition, saka yung mga important things that we should know on the subject of the actual sin. Ang classification na ito. So, Maastricht says in the definition, the initial definition of what he calls the actual sin. Sa Tagalog kasi, ang actual sin na simply means yung paggawa ng kasalanan. The very act, no? Yung pinaka-akto, yung pinaka-mismong paggawa ng kasalanan ng isang taong makasalanan. Kasi sinners na nga, because of Adam, nakakagawa na siya ng actual sin. Halos araw-araw, nakakagawa siya ng kasalanan. Binanggit natin, yung mga verses of the Bible na patungkol doon sa sin. Romans chapter 5, marami doon sa Romans chapter 3, and the book of Psalms, and the whole passages in the entire Bible, marami, Ni-discuss talaga yung sin and its actuality. So, halika na. Pag-aralan na natin yung actual sin according to this book. Now, actual sin is procreated from original sin. When we speak about procreation or procreated, meaning lang nun reproduced. Ang actual sin, yung paggawa ng kasalanan ng mga makasalanan tao, kagaya natin lahat, ay ito'y bunga o nanggaling doon sa original sin. So kung may original o first sin, by way of imputation and inherency, maraming beses natin diniscuss yan, dahil dyan sa original sin na yan, ay nagkakaroon na ng actual sin yung mga tao. Okay? So this actual sin again is procreated or coming from or reproduced from and by the original sin. Okay. This is proved from the scriptures. Bible tayo, pag scriptures. Yung ating pruweba o evidences na katotohanan na meron talagang sin and it's actual sin. May original sin talaga. Actual sin, therefore, is procreated from original sin like a daughter from a mother. For original concupiscence, take note of these wordings, original concupiscence. For original concupiscence, ang meaning lang ng original concupiscence, it means the strong desire. No? Nakita natin sa terminology, from part 1 pa lang, yung ating dinidefine natin, yung mga terminologies. Ito, dumarating na yung mga theological terms natin. Concupiscence here, it means a very strong desire to something evil. Example niyan, yung a strong desire, for example, for lust, a strong desire for some sensual activities, yung mga immoral activities. Diyan tayo mahilig kapag nandun tayo namumuhay sa kasalanan, gustong-gusto natin no? Na gumawa ng mga kasalanan kagaya nun, yung mga sensuality, strong sexual desire, yung mga inordinate affection, and many forms of sins. Kaya ang tawag doon concupiscence, a strong desire to something evil or lustful things, no? Ginagawa ng tao. So, for original concupiscence is said to be enticed to conceive, nagbubunga ito, no? Nanganganak pa. Yung concupiscence, no? Is said to be enticed to conceive and to give birth, ano? Nanganganak. Lumalaganap pa, no? Nagra-ramify. Nagkakaroon ng propagation, no? Naral natin last time. It gave birth to actual sin. So, yung original concupiscence, yung original sin, ay nagbubunga, procreated. At it gave birth to actual sin. Kaya tayo nakakagawa ng kasalanan, yung actual sin, yung paggawa ng kasalanan, ay dahil doon sa dala-dala nating original sin by way of imputation and inerrancy because of the fall of Adam, fall of man. So, naunawaan na natin, no, unti-unti, yung meaning, no, ng sin. So then it is named sinning sin. In the actual sin, yung paggawa ng kasalanan, tawag daw doon yung sinning sin, no? Medyo interesting word, no? Yung mga terminologies. Sinning sin, no? Yung patuloy na paggawa ng kasalanan dahil sa kasalanan. Romans 7:13, makikita yun. Because when occasion is taken by the law, it begins in us all cupidity. So, paggawa daw ng kasalanan, yung actual sin, ay bunga ng original sin at ito'y nanganganak pa. It begets, no? In begetting, yung pagpapanganak, pagpapreproduce, ay nagbubunga ito ng all cupidity. Cupid, iba yung Cupid na iniisip natin, no? Si Cupido. So, yung palang all cupidity, meaning nun, yung greediness. Greed. Sa Tagalog, yung kasakiman. Yung pagnanasa sa maraming bagay na hindi na nakakalugod sa Panginoon. Yung greed. Sama na yung lust, na all forms of sins. Meron siyang greediness, no? Sa kanyang buhay, all cupidity. So it begets in us all cupidity. Sabi dun sa Romans chapter 7 verse 8. It seduces, yung daw actual sin, nagsiseduce. Parang nagtetempt, no? Nagawa ka ng kasalanan, tinetempt ka ng kaaway, ng devil. Sa verse 11 ng Romans chapter 7, makikita. It perpetrates, in perpetration, ito ay hindi lang lumalaganap, ito it penetrates or perpetrates, I mean, patuloy na itong na-exercise, nagpapatuloy, yung perpetration. Yung patuloy na paggawa ng masama, kasalanan, paglabag sa kagustuhan, kautusan ng Diyos, ay patuloy niyang ginagawa. It perpetrates. In Romans chapter 7, verses 17 and 20. It rebels. Yung sin is rebellion against the Holy God. It leads us captive to sin. Nagkakaroon na ng bondage to sin. We are being captivated by the sin, our own sin, an actual sin. Gawa ka ng kasalanan, magiging slave ka na dun sa sin. Kaya nga yung original sin is also, the Bible calls slave to sin, being slave of bondage in the sin. Kapag gapos ka na, nakatanikala ka na, no? Naka-chain ka na sa kasalanan, napakahirap ng makatakas dito. But of course, meron tayong solution dyan. Actually, from our past lessons before this sin subject, nakita na natin yan sa lesson natin, no? Sa gospel, good news of salvation, marami pang mga natutunan natin, no? Sa incarnation, the active and passive obedience of Christ. Kaya, we're very much excited with our learnings. Marami tayong natututunan dito. All for the glory of God, of course. And those things that proceed from the mouth are said to proceed from the depraved heart itself. Meron ng depravity of the heart. Yung human depravity, the depravity of man. Total depravity. Excited na ako may share sa inyo ang total depravity of man. Pero hindi pa ngayon, no? So, again, and those things that proceed from the mouth are said to proceed from the depraved heart itself, namely evil thoughts, maling kaisipan, karamihan ng isip, evil thoughts, murders, pagpatay, adulteries, pangalan niya, fornications, no, yung sex outside marriage, no, yung mga hindi pa kinakasal, hindi pa siya married, ay nagkakaroon na ng sexual, no, intercourse. Maraming sexual desires, yung concupiscence, no? Thefts, all forms of thefts, no? Pagnanakaw, false testimonies, maraming pagka-testify ng mali, yung false testimonies, false testimonies, galitan Diyos diyan, actually lahat ng mga ganitong kasalanan, pinamumuhian ng Lord. Disparaging remarks, nandito lahat yan sa Ten Commandments actually, no? Yung mga sins against our neighbors, not only against God Himself, but against our neighbors, kapwa-tao natin. Kakasala tayo. May mga disparaging remarks and all things that defile the man. Talagang nakakasira ng katauhan ng isang tao yung paggawa ng kasalanan. Kaya nga may disgrace, may guilt, no? And eventually may punishment yun. Matthew chapter 15, verses 18 to 20, makikita natin. And every imagination of the heart is only evil. Take note, no? Only evil. Ang dami niyan sa Jeremiah. At nandito nga sa Genesis chapter 8, verse 21. But every imagination of the heart of man is only evil. Masakit, malungkot, malaman ng katotohanan na ito. Masakit, tanggapin. Na dahil sa ating paggawa ng kasalanan, dahil tayo makasalanan, ang laman ng puso natin, no, mostly ay evil, kasamaan, evil thoughts, evil imaginations of our minds and our hearts, evil words that proceeds out of our own mouths, galing sa puso, na malabas sa bibig, nagbubunga ng kamatayan nitong spiritual. Not only physical, but spiritual death, and eventually, yung total death, yung eternal death, napakalungkot. No? Even from childhood itself, diba? Maging mula pa pagkabata, wala pa isinilang nagkakaisip pa lamang, gumagawa na ng kasalanan. Yung bata, imusmus, marunong nang magsinungaling, marunong nang gumawa ng iba't ibang klase ng kasalanan. Sabi natin, naaral natin last time, hindi dahil sa kinopya niya lang yung kanyang nanay o tatay. It's not just by imitation, by way of imitation from their parents, but because of original sin, and this actual sin na gagawa na, sabi ni Genesis chapter 8, verse 21. Ipagpapatuloy ko, no? Ikakat ko muna, medyo talagang mahaba ito, no? Putol-putulin lang natin ng paunti-unti. Alam ko, abangan natin itong mga parts na ito. Ngayon ay 11, meron tayong 12 and so on, so forth. So, cut na muna tayo sa part 11. At gusto kong i-prepare natin yung ating mga sarili sa mga exciting lessons na marireceive natin sa ating Bible study nito. God bless everybody and see you very, very soon. Once again, a very pleasant day to all of us. God bless.